This video was forwarded by Sunbro, and he found it on a channel called Neon V White. It features a young man who was recording a video featuring his newly developed piano skills. However, the really interesting part is unfolding in the background. The young man had never uploaded anything creepy, so his viewers were a little bit intrigued.
I got bored over the quarantine and I'm trying to learn the piano. So yeah, what's up guys? Dan here. I got bored over the quarantine and I'm trying to learn the piano.
All of a sudden the door opens behind him and he seems quite a bit surprised. Of course he leaves the room to check. Can't find anything though. When he then reconstructs these events and pans the camera towards the room, he can see a dark shadow standing in front of his closet. Neon later states that he didn't see anything weird at the time, so we can only suspect that maybe only the camera could pick this apparition up, right? If it wasn't just a skit, of course. Halloween is around the corner and you got nothing else to do besides watching scary videos? Well, why don't you grab a couple of friends and start a fun murder mystery game night? A big thank you to today's video sponsor, Hunt a Killer. The game comes in a pretty fitting murder mystery subscription box. Quite unique, isn't it? It's basically an escape room, delivered straight to your door. If we open it up, we'll find a mystery envelope. Looks like tonight we're solving a case at the MANOR Lodge Hotel. We find documents, evidence, audio recordings and case files, eliminating suspects and identifying murder weapons. After reading through a letter, we learn about the grim murder of Beth. Being the best in the business, it should be a no-brainer that we are asked to take this case. Let's have a look at this obituary. What a tragedy, right? Anything strange with it? The devil oftentimes lies in the detail, they say. Oh, what's that? Could this be a clue perhaps? Personally, I love the nifty notebook, which helps us archiving each and every clue that we uncover, or whatever else crosses our mind for that matter. Hunt a Killer has 100,000 active subscribers and over 2,000 5-star reviews. Part of the proceeds for every box goes to the Cold Case Foundation, an organization that is dedicated to helping with real-life cold cases. Please go to huntakiller.com/frostmare and use code FROSTMARE for $10 off anything. You'll also find the link in the description. I hope you become a fellow investigator soon. The next series of videos were recorded and documented by Haunted WESLEY Manor. The user works as a contractor in a very old building from the 1700s. Endless stories tell about a derelict floor on which several apartments were built on. They were not occupied since the 60s. However, people say that they can still hear weird things stemming from that floor. And this caretaker has his fair share of really odd stories to tell. Often he was called up to the abandoned floors because people on the lower floors had complained about really loud noises. At a certain point, the man started recording because in his opinion he had seen things that lack any kind of explanation. It all started though with some really strange voices that he could hear, and in the following video he was able to record them. People say that it sounds very demonic, could that be so? But they also hear the voice of a child.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Turns out that the spirit of a little boy seems to roam these broken down hallways. But our cameraman has no idea what this apparition could want. However, he seems to be able to record this boy ever so often. Seems to be peeking out from behind this beam, looking at the man. How creepy. A common theme, it appears. In one of his later visits to this floor, he tries to walk towards this apparition. It always disappears right after.
Every time I go to chase it, it runs. I don't think it's a good idea I chase it anymore. You might think I'm playing with him. Every time.
So, in the end, we can all just speculate what exactly is going on up there, and what keeps this apparition bound to this floor. The first series of videos were recorded by a user called FrostmareTV Music. He has shared the following clip, which was recorded by his son. Apparently the young man woke up to one of his electronics, which turned on all by itself. It was hard to see, but there appeared to be something really creepy on it. Does this appear like a face to you? Some say this is the case. But other stuff kept happening in their house. Around 3 AM, FrostmareTV woke up to some really inexplicable noises from the bathroom. He recorded the incident, and this is what he saw. We can see that a cloaked figure is walking by, very fast in the bathroom. Unfortunately, he did not go in and turn the light on to figure out what was going on. But what do you think happened here? Is this house haunted, or is this just a prank? The next video was found by Brian and forwarded to me. It's not of best of quality, but what is transpiring on this video is quite interesting. It was captured by two friends who were just on their way home. The story goes that when the two heard some unusual weeping noises from the streets, they started recording, and then came across this. It looks like a figure in a white dress that seemingly vanishes for a brief moment after appearing out of thin air again. Some believe this to be the ghost of a lady that is walking the streets at night here. Could this be so? Is it maybe something more explainable? A light reflection of some sorts? Or what do you think? Muyaya is quite famous for her wild nail design videos. She reviews a lot of products and in general shows off her pretty unique designs that she can come up with. Today she uploaded a different video though, although in her mind she was just doing one of her usual videos, clipping off her old designs and preparing a new one. However, today something else seemed to grab the attention of her viewers. She usually records these videos when she's all alone in her apartment, but today there was somebody else.
Time to say goodbye. Oh, jeez. Oh, they're so like, they are.
It looks like a dark figure with short curly hair staring at her. Unfortunately, nobody was really sure what was going on here. Was it just her boyfriend perhaps that was pranking her? Or was it an apparition? A creepy occurrence for sure. The next video was posted by Zealous Ideal. It was captured by a baby camera, and the family believes that something really strange is going on in their house. The user states, "Raise the volume up, you will hear something saying, 'Help me.' I would totally believe this was just somebody hacking my RLO, but the other events that have happened in my mom's house with my daughter and myself are just too unexplainable. We've had another incident with her nanny cam and seeing a black shadow near her, an orb, and her suddenly waking up and screaming. I've had issues in my own room with the feeling of somebody watching me, breathing on my neck, severe night terrors, and missing items that suddenly return. This has been recurring since I was pregnant with my little one. I hope moving to another home will help." So, what do you think happened here? A recording of a spirit? Or did somebody else get access to their Arlo security system? D-Dog Nicole from Korea was out the following night to explore another abandoned building that is apparently known for its many strange ghost sightings that lack any explanation. Shortly after Nicole enters this abandoned place, some unseen forces seem to play with the doors in one of the hallways. Scary for sure, but was it that scary? Well, he decides to check one of the doors out that led into an empty room. He documents several items that are being moved, simply by the hands of ghosts it appeared.
여기 잠깐만요.
The noises from the first floor get so loud at some point that Nicole is taking a look at the building from the outside and captures the following. A shadow figure is seen roaming around up there. He decides to muster up some courage and walk towards the door, which leads to the staircase towards the upper floor.
거기 누구요? 거기
The shadow seems to be on the other side of the door, which frightens our explorer so much that he decided to run away that night. Is this a real shadow capture, or just a friend that was with him that night?
거기
The next videos were recorded by user MetroTalk, who loves to share a lot of train and subway related video material with his viewers. He films in different subway stations around his hometown and every so often can also capture some anomalies. Power outages are some of these eerie but very interesting occurrences that he likes to share whenever he comes across one of these. One night, while walking next to a train and filming, there appeared to be a shadow apparition with him. What could this thing want, he wondered. Well, turns out that on one of the prior nights he had captured this thing before, without really realizing it though. Can you see it sitting here in the seat? His viewers pointed out that they saw it again, standing outside of one of the train cars. Metro was baffled after realizing what he had captured here, a full-body shadow apparition. Could it be possible that this shadow is bound to this station for whatever reason? Hard to say. The Japanese ghost channel Fourth Wall has received a recording from a viewer who went exploring an abandoned apartment complex with a friend. Local legends were talking about unusual sightings, and that for whatever reason there seems to be a gateway to the other side. Intrigued by these stories, the two men make it onto the premises and take their time while exploring this place. Unusual noises shouldn't be too concerning in an abandoned place like this, especially at night, right? but it seems that the strange moaning sound was getting the attention of the two. They didn't see anything and kept continuing their nightly trip. At some point, something really startles one of the two men, and they make it out of there as fast as they can. Reviewing their footage though, we could see that something else appeared to be with them, even though the two men didn't notice that thing at the time. A tall figure seems to be standing there, maybe even looking at them. But there's more. Look at the apparition on one of the upper floors, looking down from behind the railing. And then there was one more curious shadow. Do you see it? I really wonder what happened there that night, and how many lost souls actually could be roaming this place. What do you think? A really spooky location though. Thank you so much for watching.